No music because it's like dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
I don't have those capabilities. Okay.
No, this is old school, man.
Okay, it did show up. So tactical wingnut, David. Hey, David. We got the infamous Mr. 27 in the chat room. Ah, shit. I didn't count on this. Hector's here.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who 2A AHD Cat is? Consider yourself lucky.
Well, I'm not on YouTube anymore, so.
He's he's a good guy, gun guy. Does a lot of the they call it the die-cast mafia, doing Matchbox cars and then repainting them. So badlanding them out. So we got Mr. 27. We got J-Dog. We got Smile Money, and somewhere in here, Blue Healer. Blue Healer was he said he was going to be lurking. Barbecuing? Who's barbecuing later?
I already did.
You people not in Minnesota won't even believe me when I say I am closer right now to turning my boiler back on than I am anything else.
Tell them the temperature right now.
46.
And July 4th.
On July 4th.
This is why I live in Florida. It's a real feel of 106 right now. That's what July is supposed to feel like. 7 o'clock at night, 106 degrees. Yes.
I mean, I feel bad for it. I feel bad for all the people who are going to take their kids to go see the fireworks thing because it's not. I don't see how it could possibly happen right now. It has been raining all day, and like I told you, Jim, a moment ago, I can barely see the house 1 block away due to the fog. So,
yep.
I was gonna. Gotta turn that off. Just checking. Yeah, I think that the chat room is the same on both sides. Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Or you're looking at which one are you looking at?
Jeremy's here. That's great. So what I need to do, and the same thing I need to do more often when we do Locked and Loaded, is actually look at the comments so that in case there's actually something good in there.
J-Dog says that Duluth and Superior are canceled.
Oh, they both did?
Yeah. Hey, Predon. See, now, do I say on... Oh, let me... I wonder if I can split screen on it. I have, like I said, I have a 43-inch screen. I've never tried this before, so...
If you stay here, this is live. We're delayed on YouTube.
Okay.
Just in case, just in case you do something crazy like, show a pea shooter or something.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not going to do that. Well, I would want to, but...
And we got David Brown and Redneck Ramblins and McCline. And being interrupted by Hector.
He said something about a text. I don't know if I want to see a text that a guy named Hector sent you. I know a couple of Hectors at work, and they're crazy.
This one is?
I was in the Navy with one of them. He's the one that actually got me those Blue Angel and Top Gun Maverick pictures printed out. Which, if you haven't seen Top Gun Maverick, I highly recommend you see it on the big screen.
We did. We went to go see it at the cool little West Duluth Theater. It's it kind of has that look of like the 1920s, 1930s in there, with the exception that the sound system
it's all been upgraded.
Yeah. Is actually modern. Yeah, it's. I'll put it this way, and I was quite truthful when this came up during Locked and Loaded the other night. The storyline I think completely sucks. The movie and the action. I mean, it's a reheated version of the first damn movie. Tom Cruise as Kelly McGillis. Woo! Except for she looked a lot better. I did not like the storyline much, but the action was nonstop, and they say legit.
Well, to me, if I can throw my caveat there, my way I took it wasn't Top Gun 2, which I think a lot of people thought it was going to be. It was a completely separate story, but all the callbacks. Oh my God, Penny Benjamin was his love interest in the second one. From the first one, he went ballistic with the admiral's daughter. I was like, "Oh, that's good storytelling right there."
I don't know. I guess
That's just me. Look, everybody has their own opinion on it. I just, like I said, I went there thinking, hoping it wasn't going to be a Top Gun 2 because I didn't want to see that. Yes, I knew there was going to be throwbacks and everything from all the little, all the YouTube videos and everything. But to me, the storyline itself was really good, in my opinion.
Jeremy, because of the weather, it's raining, cloud. Let's put it this way: if you shot one off right now, unless it hits you in the forehead, you wouldn't see it go off. So it's been raining all day. It's by July standards, it's cold, and it's so cloudy. Well,
wait a minute. You said by July standards, it's cold. Holy fuck!
This is what I'm dealing with right now.
Look, if it's 46, I don't give a shit what month it is. That's cold. Just saying.
Oh, and J-Doc says there's lightning in the forecast.
Well, there's your free fireworks.
German Ninja, hey, how's it going?
Is that Marcel Klein from across the pond? M. Klein 5179?
No.
No? Okay.
No, this is some I don't even really know who he is. I'm just kidding. Every time I say something, I get like this big. No, McCline is an awesome guy. If we lived closer, we'd meet in the road and hug on a daily basis.
That's not gay at all.
Hey,
Pride Month's over, dude.
Hey, speaking of gay, watch this.
Oh, God. Oh, he's mixing two gay ass drinks.
Oh.
Suck it.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
Wow. That thing shot up like a 12-year-old with his first penthouse. Talking about a Ruger 1022. Settle down, okay?
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay, first of all, I don't know if we should consider this the Douglas.
The what?
I don't know if we could consider this the at what point maybe it's like, okay, we went from 23 live people to 3. But I guess we'll start with the what would be the announcement is that moving forward, me and Jim are going to shoot for. Well, the goal was to do this at least once a month, but if we could do it a couple times, I mean, if we really have fun and we have a hole in our schedule, because both of us, it has to be a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yes.
And Sunday is almost as bad as a Monday. So, and then of course, I don't have access necessarily to the computer Saturday unless we shoot out a quick one before Christine steals it for 8:00, which could work.
A little quickie.
Yeah, we could have a little quickie before she does.
Quickie. This feels like an old school fucking, what was it? The old Google Hangout back before we got the whole YouTube thing took off.
Just the Google,
Yeah, the old Google Chats or whatever the hell it was we did.
That was what I thought the expectation would be, with the exception that if we wanted to actually speak about things that are pissing us off, we could, which is the segue to this is probably the last time you are going to see the two of us in this on YouTube.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try Rumble out.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm
Rumble.
already on Rumble, and so is Eric. And I didn't realize I hadn't subscribed to you over there. I was like, wait a minute, he said he had a Rumble channel. Where the hell was I? So I looked up and subscribed today.
The only thing is of course trying it out. I was just like, why? Every time do I press the go live button on Rumble, does it pop up a payment plan? I'm just like, okay, so you have to have their bare minimum package, which I don't have a problem with. I would already have it if they weren't in Canada, because every time I hit the button this morning to purchase the basic plan, evidently my bank was notified, and then I hit the button so many times the fraud department was notified. The phone rang, and it's an automated thing saying, did Eric make an attempt on July 4th at 8:30 a.m. too? And I was like, but what I have to do tomorrow is simply just call my bank and say the thing that you stopped yesterday, let it go through, so that, because they want a credit card to take money from you monthly, and then we will do this show on Rumble, which means if you want to, oh my God,
If we want to show something, we can. If we want to talk about something, we can.
yeah, if you want to show a gun, if you want to talk about the truth of this, that, or the other thing. You know, I like one of the memes that I recently saw of a girl sitting there with a tinfoil hat on going, isn't it great how everything that you called me a conspiracy theorist about 3 years ago is now coming to be true?
Was it? I got one. I think I put it out on a Sunday channel over on Rumble. I had one that said, what's the difference between a conspiracy theory and an actual thing? And it said about 6 months. I was like, I quit wearing a tinfoil hat. All my shit came true.
Smile Money, yes. The action in the new Top Gun was over the top.
Oh, it's beyond. And now I want to say something about the airplanes. We actually helped them before we got the planes at Cecil. We actually came up with they actually sent some fake mock-up cameras to us. We actually mocked up something in one of the airplanes in our hangar and then sent it back to Hollywood, and then they mounted all their cameras on it, and that's how they filmed the movie. That was four something years ago, in like 17 or 18, and we didn't know what it was for. They just gave us specs, and the Navy, the whatever Boeing sent us specs and said, hey, can you guys make this work? And we went, well, let's see. We didn't know what it was for, and then we find out after the fact that it was for Maverick. And then after they filmed it, 3 of the birds that were painted up like Maverick's birds with the black on top with the blue stripes, they came to us to get refitted and redone. 2 of them are Super Blues, and one of them went back to the fleet. The Super Blue number 3, and I don't remember the bureau number off the top of my head, but the Super Blue number 3 is one of the ones we redid that's actually flying every show.
I
actually worked on that one, as a matter of fact. I remember that bureau number and 2 more. I remember one, man, I wish I could take a picture of this. But we're not allowed to, even though I've snuck a couple, we're not allowed to do that.
Oh, God.
But yeah, between Boeing and whoever made the movie, they gave all Boeing people in all the cities that they're in, we got one day where we had a matinee. It was for just Boeing people. So we got to see it on the biggest screen in Jacksonville, actually.
Oh. Poco's here, and he's selling his hookers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Who's Fortunate Son? I'm drawing a blank. I don't know.
I'm not even 100% sure myself. What really messed me up is back when a whole bunch of the people, changed their names when YouTube said, "Hey, if you'd like to change your," well, I'm not subbed. You've got 4 subscribers.
He said, "Fuck, it's the Hornet Fixer." That's the only thing caught my eye.
As long
Caramel.
as that the same thing, and in the background you hear a guy screwing a silencer onto a barrel.
Those are fun. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't even shot my 5.56 can yet. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I was see now here, as you well know, because we've talked about this enough.
Douglas, go ahead, Bo.
What pisses me off is that I have to beg a tyrannical,
Yeah, I know.
fraudulent government to let me have something that our founding fathers would have been handing out, like corn on the cob at the fair.
Oh yeah. But I got to be honest. I got a pair of them now, and woo, they're fun. I need a 45, which I think will also cover my 10 millimeter. I need to find one of those and get that running as soon as possible.
Comments are scrolling by so fast.
I know.
Salty Shell back in the house. And
Douglas remembers the video of me flying in the B-24 and the hydraulic lines busted. I still have that video on my computer. Actually, it's on my other computer. I think it might have transferred to this one. I might have to upload that to Rumble.
How long did it take you to get the leather seat out of your ass?
I was on the floor, actually. I was strapped in between the waist gunners.
Did they find you?
Literally leaning up. I was strapped in, literally leaning like this against the lower ball turret. And I was like, is that oil? We thought it was the old recip engines just leak oil all over the fucking place. And all of a sudden I'm like, my back's all wet. The guy said, "What the hell is all over you?" Uh-oh, somebody text me.
Jolson.
Probably. No, I don't have I have a new phone since the last time we did the whole live thing. So it doesn't have it.
No, I mean, Jolson's actually just popped in.
Yeah, and he's the one that texted me. And he's like, the Banish 45 is on his list for a can.
Inside Freedom. Hello. And by the way, happy Independence Day to everybody. And everybody that was part of the something that Rob Pops Quest started. He started the whole Let Freedom Ring thing. And I didn't even realize this. I went back to watch his video today just because I couldn't remember what time I was supposed to synchronize mine. And he made the comment about how if you go on to YouTube and do a search for hashtag Let Freedom Ring, that nothing pops up. That they have YouTube has completely shadow banned it doesn't surprise me. I talked about this in the brewery review, or maybe Locked and Loaded the other day, and talk about, you're going to tell me that gun people, that you are no longer worthy of advertising, and my main advertisers used to be Budweiser and Chevrolet. Okay, so if you're going to tell me that Budweiser and Chevrolet no longer support the Second Amendment, then I'm telling you that there's 2 more woke companies that don't deserve a dime from us.
Right? And all the rednecks who own guns that drink Budweiser in their products, like Jerry Geary.
Yeah, people like Jeremy who drive around with a 12-pack and a suppressor hanging out the window of a Chevy.
Right. Fucking Jerry. So I have to answer a couple of things that I noticed. Pre-dawn, the 5.56 suppressor and my 9mm is both Rebel. And Insight Freedom's recovering from my high school picture this week on Facebook. Yes. I put Eric's face on that and gave it to him a long time ago. And then it wasn't World War I, but World War II there, Cat. The B-24s were in World War II. But yes, I remember them. And how to work on them.
Black rifles are fun. Hello. And again, happy Independence Day to all you guys. And what it stands for, because it seems like it's just one more thing that they're trying to push under the. you can't be a real American anymore, and it's sad. That's why yesterday was so rewarding on a couple of levels. My main, the whole purpose that started it all was I just said I didn't care if anybody went with me. I'm going to get in the truck and I'm going to drive out to the shack, and I need to bring 3 things for sure to the proving grounds because I want to rotate them into my carry collection. One of them I had already shot, but what the hell, let's shoot it some more. The other was the SAR 9 and then the Taurus G2C. And then Matt goes, well, me and Charlie would love to go with you. And then Miles is like going, me and Garrett would love to join you too. And I'm like, okay. So now that we had the boys out there, Matt goes, why don't you bring 22s so that, because Charlie's a lot younger than Garrett. And it turns out that Garrett's a recoil freak because after pulling the trigger once on Matt's shotgun, where a lot of guys I know probably would have said, I'm done. He just squeezed it again. So, but yeah, I brought Project, what was originally Project Overkill. She's had some of her parts stolen off of her, so she's Project Mostly Kill. And then I brought a Ruger Mark I and the Beretta Neos that Jim was kind enough to give to me years ago. I put a big-ass stupid red dot on it a while back, and Matt actually borrowed it, and him and Charlie shot it a while back, but it literally looked like one of these grain belt blue cans sitting on it with glass at both ends. And so I put a much smaller one back on there, and I just laser foresighted it.
Yeah. Did you have a can on one of your, I saw one of your, I think the younger guy was shooting, and it sounded like it had a can on it.
No, that was the original. It is a weird Ruger. It looks like a small can, and it's got a big cutout in the middle, and almost looks like a slant break from an AK. It's pinned on the gun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it took a lot of the sound out of it. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, that's because the barrel's halfway to the target at 25 yards.
Oh, wait a minute. Somebody asked me, how are the ribs? Oh, the ribs are awesome. I got to get with Steven and get some more Wussified Boondocker sauce. Or Wookified, I should say. I still have that jug, by the way. And then, who else? What else? Wow, it is going pretty quick. I lost it. Oh no, I'm not drinking bourbon. No, tonight. I do. Oh, speaking of bourbon, be right back. I have a cool one I need to show you guys.
Yeah. So yesterday was awesome because I kind of went out for one thing and it turned into something completely else. Saw how much fun both Charlie and Garrett were having. That at that point in time, I noticed when I went through the barrage of videos because I just wanted to have some shooting footage. Pathetic, I hate to admit this, but I really have a hard time these days going out and having too much fun, especially with 9mm. Everything I have in that small ammo can is all I have left. And then, of course, the 10mm. The 10mm, the last time I went out with Dave and Bunky and Christine, I had way too much 10mm. Oh, sorry, Christine didn't go the last time. She's still sitting with a brand new M&P 10 unfired.
Blasphemy.
I know.
Even me, who only gets to the range maybe once a month, all my 10s should get shot. But just to show, I picked this up at the exchange when I went to pick up my bourbon.
Oop, hang on. How do I don't know how to run the bus. Wait. I can do this.
Hey, it's still. I haven't drank that much out of it. 82nd Airborne Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
So who makes that? Is that actually the company, or is that just
No,
the?
I don't think it's coming. God, Lord, Jesus. It's 900 proof, and it is. I'm gonna have to turn the light on. I'll probably blind everybody. Let's see here. It is from Boundary Oak Distillery in Jesus, Radcliffe, Kentucky, Hardin County, Kentucky. Out of the city is Radcliffe, not Harlan, but Hardin, and it is a minimum of 2 years old. It tastes like sweet tea, and I had to stop myself because I was like, I'm going to get stupid on this one night. I was like, okay, we're going
Hang
to
on, Scott. Scott has a request for you. He's
All right.
he's holding out his glass for a shot.
Here, hold on. All right, there you go. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's smooth, easy, and to me it has a like a iced tea, a sweet tea type taste. And no, I haven't been drinking until just recently. So, but yeah, I'll leave that here. Turn my light off. Hi, Tilly. Come here, say hi to everybody. Tilly.
Tilly.
Tilly wants some beer. Hold on. Here. All right. Go ahead. All right, come on. Let Daddy go turn the light off.
Does she have a particular style she prefers?
What's that?
Beer.
Cold or whatever's in Dad's hands. How's that?
Dax would drink almost anything but preferred imperial stouts, and Shelby hated light beers and IPAs.
Well, I'm with her on the IPAs. I've tried, and it's not my deal. I'm just a generic Miller Lite guy, whatever.
I actually, it's full disclosure. I didn't even, by the time I walked away from the brew review with a half a glass of beer that wasn't terrible, but by the time I got back to it, it was warm, and I ended up dumping it out. It was weird. I don't know if me and Christine ate something funky over the weekend here or what, but I was downstairs working on various videos all day long, doing a little cleaning, a little organizing, putting some stuff away from the shooting yesterday. And I decided, well, it was getting kind of late, and I still needed time to have dinner before we jumped on to make sure that everything worked. And so I decided to start the brew review, and I can honestly say if I would have waited as little as 5 minutes longer to start the brew review, I would have never started it. I started to get a sour stomach, and by the time the brew review was over, I didn't even have time to clean up and turn the lights and everything off downstairs and grab the normal stuff I bring upstairs with me. I basically made a mad dash for the bathroom, if you know what I mean.
And that's good that from the basement to your bathroom's a good haul.
Yeah, I like to call it the brown.
Been there, done that one. But yeah,
yeah, it's and then needless to say that moments after leaving the bathroom, I felt a hell of a lot better. Good enough that I decided to pop a couple of these to.
Somebody asked you something about what are you drinking, and might have been. And no, I don't. The Dickey cup has been retired permanently because it popped a hole. I used it so much it cracked, and there's a hole in the bottom. So I use it to put my silverware in the sink.
You'll eventually see it as a doesn't mix, so don't pretend that I'm not enjoying it now. So you have no idea if I'm really going to like it then. But half and a half, Grain Belt Blue and Grain Belt Lemon Shandy.
Oh God.
So I'll just drink it with a neutral look like this. It's It's actually pretty good. It's just not really high in alcohol. It's a good lawnmower combination. And German Ninja, it could be even worse to be hooked on something other than Dragon's Milk. And in your area, Ninja, do you get all the varieties? It was that there was only one Dragon's Milk at one time, and now they have all these white chocolate, raspberry, and there's a lot of different flavors of Dragon's Milk. And what I like is I believe they're all 10% or more. Oh, and 1050. 1050 is hands down the best imperial stout that you can get. I don't care how much money you spend on imperial stouts. It never gets better than the 1050. The barrel aged 1050. Unfortunately, it's a seasonal, once a year, so get it when you see it. Oh yeah, and redneck. That was the problem. Well, Jim explained this to me earlier. He said what happened earlier is when I was having my pussy, I got too close to the other hole, and that's why it tasted like shit.
You got to turn it around and drink from the other side.
Yeah, I had it spun wrong. Is that yeah?
Christine comes in and says, "It tastes like shit." I said, "You were drinking it from the wrong end."
Oh.
Anyway, what else? We were talking about all kinds of shit before the show comes on. We're both like, "Oh yeah, we got to talk about this one that when camera showed up." Now we forgot all about it.
Stop talking now.
I know, right?
J Dog has some aged 1050.
Jim is the Smith & Wesson. It's a Smith & Wesson. Do you need to ask that question? Yes, the 659 is an awesome. It's a single stack 9mm. I actually have, or I had, I think 3 of them at one point. Yes, I have sold off some of my Smith & Wessons over the last few years. The doubles and whatnot, yes.
I don't even know you anymore.
Well, doubles, triples. I still got some, like 200.
Oh, okay. I tell you, about the time that both of us were going nuts on those, they were probably one of the best bang for the bucks price-wise. That,
oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, you get an ad and it's just like, oh yeah, they're like $2.99. It was like, okay.
Shoot, I was picking the original Gen 1s and some of the Gen 2s up at auction, 10 years ago for like $250. And by the time it got to me and transferred, it was like still like 300 or under. So yeah. As a matter of fact, that 745 I was watching that went off Sunday. Yeah, yesterday. I lost it by $20. The guy got me I had a 680 max bid, and he got 700 on it. So I got another one I'm watching. Actually, it's got a better box, but it's a 18.5% interest or 18.5% internet premium. But I'm going to get this motherfucker. They only made them for 3 years, and they didn't make a bazillion of them. So I'm trying to get it. It's not a unicorn, but I want one.
That's the thing with them damn bids. We have a local company, Twin Port Bids, and every now and then, and I got kind of lucky. One of the last times they had a lot of ammunition on there, and I was like, okay, I'm just not going to play this game. I'm just going to sit down right now. I know what it costs to go buy a box of 9mm, brand new. So once you figure in the internet or the bid company's premium, and all in all, there's no way I am going to spend more than this much money.
No,
so
I hear you.
I went down the line. The problem was what kind of screwed me over in the long run is that there was like 10 different boxes of 9mm. There was 6 different boxes of 44 Magnum, 357 Magnum, and I think there was it 7 or 8 boxes at FN57,
Ooh.
and the most I paid for a single box of FN57 was $14.
Jesus, I wish I'd have been there. I'd bought everything they had.
Yeah. Good thing you weren't here. So, like, the bid goes for 7 days.
Right.
The clock was at 6 days in like 22 hours to go, and people were already at new prices for 9mm.
Exactly. That's why, like I said, I watch 100 Smith & Wessons a week, but I don't bid on all of them. I only, like right now, I'm leading 3 out of 9 bids, and 2 of them are Smith & Wesson rifles. They're Model Bs, not Es, so they're the Mannlicher stock, the full stock, and then one is at 745. So,
cheers, Rich.
Rich,
yeah.
I remember him.
The person who is in possession of the woman's build. You know, that beautiful Tiffany blue.
Tiffany blue and silver, and the one we worked our ass off.
Rich won that for his wife.
That's right. I forgot all about that.
Wow, talk about squirreled. What the hell were we just talking about?
Oh no! 9mm, dude. Check out Second Amendment Warehouse.
Oh, after the last 2 months, I can't afford to buy anything. I need to recover.
Second Amendment Warehouse and Norma. Norma's got some really badass ammunition, and they usually make good bundles if and when you can. Anybody out there, not just Eric.
Yeah, I need to go sign up. Actually, I'm already signed up. I've just never been there for the first consultation, but I need to go give plasma and make that my ammo fund, for God's sakes. 9mm and 10mm are, yeah.
And they don't make subsonic 10mm. I'm kind of pissed. Yeah.
That's why I'm glad yesterday that the hot round was the 22.
Well, and I got to be honest, I'm big into the rimfire right now. The 22 mag and the 17 HMR, getting the lever actions, and I have some bolt and semi-automatic rifles in all those, plus pistols, 22 and 22 mag.
Hi, Mule. Crazy
Mule
son, bitch. Tell you what. If you ever have the opportunity to have someone throw up in your basement, it doesn't get any finer than.
Hey, come on! He was sick that weekend.
Oh,
dog!
I'm not sure who was more sick. El Tenda after drinking all of the non-grappa.
Was it? Well, that weekend we had what? We had El Tenda, we had Mule, and then what's his name? That came up with. Christopher.
Miguel.
All 3 of them got sick that one weekend.
Wow. These guys didn't understand how much of pioneers they were. They had COVID like 6 years before it even existed.
Hey, we're not supposed to be talking about that kind of shit. Fake.
We can talk about it as long as we talk about how
as long as we talk about what the mainstream media wants us to talk about. Yeah,
you gotta go get it. That's all I'm saying right now.
Hey, the unvaccinated is not dying. Just saying.
My neighbor just had booster shot number 12, so he's all into it.
Did you see the Jim Brewer skit about COVID?
No.
Oh, you've got to see. It's all over YouTube. You got to, and it's all over. It's all over Truth. It's all over Twitter. It's all. It's hilariously good. Tenda was he was amazing that weekend. He even did the Father Guido Sarducci for us. We had the whole outfit for him. He did it up.
Yeah, but it never made it to camera.
I know. Everybody was laughing too hard to pull out put their cameras on him.
Yeah, Christine's dad brought over. Don't ask where he got it. An authentic priest's outfit.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Knowing Christine's dad, he probably took it from a priest. Oh, they are twins. So,
Man.
it's always a good get together. I mean, hell, I constantly say, especially right now, if we want to save money on ammo, we don't actually even have to get together and shoot. Just getting together.
Well, I gotta be honest. That's right now. That's still to me. I don't want to fly anywhere. These idiots still want you to go through all that crap, and I don't trust them. I'll be honest with you. They made all these pilots and stuff get that VAX, and they're dropping dead. So yeah, I don't want him dropping dead while he's trying to fly my airplane.
No, McLean, Sharky has never been here. Sharky lives in Holland, and we're hoping someday he gets the opportunity to be here, because just like with Stripey, I look forward to the day of being able to hand him one firearm after another that he can't even look at without fear that the government.
Oh, and Stripey was just him and Fran were just in awe of everything we had and what we did that weekend.
You know, he's not here, unfortunately, to defend himself in this, but I know he would be going. That's funny, you cunt. If he was here, I'm telling you what. You know what worried me the most? I invited him thinking that he'd say no. So when he said yes, I was like, "Oh boy, we are fresh off the Mike from In the Reds situation." And you know how he was in our live chats?
Yeah.
I thought I really thought that Stripey was going to be another version of Mike.
Oh no, Mike was horrible.
What?
That's the first time I ever, and before, during, or after the whole time I've known you, that I've seen you want to actually really hurt, literally physically fucking hurt somebody. You put him up against the wall and we're like, you need to stop. You were going to hurt that boy.
I probably did. I'm sure he probably had a black and blue mark and just didn't know where it came from the next day because he was so shit-faced.
Well, and then
the liquor that were sent to me.
And then you're like, yeah, I called you a cab. Get the fuck out.
Well, that was also funny. I'm going to need someone to bring me to the airport. Yeah, we called you a fucking cab. It'll be out front in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No, Stripey was so in our when we just did our personal, hanging out with Ed and all those. I always want to backpedal on this one just quickly. All those people that think somehow we just don't invite you to doing video chat. In all sincerity, that hangout thing ended with Ed, and I don't know why, but it was after we lost Ed. We almost never did. We'd hang out after Locked and
Loaded. We never did one after that.
I don't know if we ever did.
Honestly, I don't. Between Ed and oh god, I can't remember his name now to save my life. He just dropped dead. What the fuck? I'm drawing a blank. I can see his YouTube channel right in front of my face. I can't believe it.
I'm not even sure who you were talking about because unfortunately, Matt Rise Arms.
Rise Arms.
Yeah, we've lost so many good people.
Because we just stopped doing it.
No, I
so
seriously.
We also started doing Locked and Loaded, and we had In the Hangar with Hornet Fixer for a while there too. So.
But even at that, we'd get done with the show, and sometimes everybody be kissing each other goodbye after 30 minutes. Sometimes maybe an hour and a half, but it was like, I don't know. It's just the whole video thing just kind of ceased to exist after we lost Ed. But no, with Stripey, he was so over the top, and I mean, you'd say something, and he would launch into this that and blah 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 blah. And,
he said cunt like I say fuck.
Yeah. I just thought for sure that sitting around the fire, he was going to be the bigger fish story, and he would rival Mike in some ways. And this was him at the campfire.
And just listening to all of us be dumbasses.
Wait, this was him at the campfire.
Fran actually talked more than he did. Away from I should say, like when we were doing that, was it Saturday night, the lasagna and all that, she walked around and talked to everybody. And he just sat there drinking beer.
He just kind of took it all in. I don't know. And then, of course, the smile on both their faces, but especially his out at the range.
Oh, my God. I still got the pictures, I think, from that one somewhere.
Zippy, what's up? Oh, God. Yeah, I miss him. He was definitely a character. Still hear from Fran every now and then. She posts stuff on
every now and again, yeah. No, matter of fact, what was it? I was looking through something in the gun room, and I came across something from Ed, and I just had to sit there and think about it for a while.
Yeah,
I agree.
I hate it when I think you think you're all cool and shit, and I'll be doing like a brew review, and then some thought about Ed or an item or something will come up, and it's just like, gonna need a moment here.
Mm-hmm. I know what it was. It was I was going through the Smith & Wesson safe, and I pulled out. I had a revolver in there. I wanted to move them around a little bit, and it was the Model 29 I traded Ed for. That's what it was.
Yeah, well, you know what? I would I can say without hesitation that I think of Ed and or Jules every single day.
Yep.
And some of it's really easy because I have been carrying Ed's Ruger 1911 as my work gun, and it took me a long time to even carry it at all. And then all I see is Ed sitting there like at his Ed sitting there at his computer.
I get it.
And he'd be like, it's like the debate, it keeps going on because I have what was Ed's P220 10mm Hunter.
Yep.
But anybody that knows the story knows that the only reason that Ed even bought the damn thing is he wanted to have it to shoot and do some videos on it for a year or so, and then was going to sell it to me. So this whole, and I remember that day too. Ed calls me up and he goes, "Well, I got a P220 Hunter, but it's not the one that we wanted." I go, "What do you mean?" And because he knew that I wanted the brushed stainless with the rosewood grips, and he after like shit crepe, I bet you it was better close to a year, he finally threw in the towel and then picked up the Hydro Dip one that I now have. And every single time I say I want to make it into the gun that I wanted it to be, I get you can't touch it, it's Ed's. Well, anybody that knows Ed knows that Ed would want what makes you happy. Right. And I know Ed would be pissed off at me if he knew that I had, like, say, some of his guns hidden out in the safe and never actually used and enjoyed them.
What? But yeah, Ed was that way, and what Dolson said something about Ed offered him a 2A item, and Ed literally not 3 months before he passed, and came to me with a deal for his M1 Garand, And at the time, I just didn't have the cash on me to send to him right away. So I said, let me, give me 2 months or I'll get you the cash. And I sent him half up front. And then he passed, and his kids didn't honor the deal. So, and I'm not being disparaging of his kids. I wish I would have got that. I wish I wouldn't have been a pussy. I would have just sent him the money and just dealt with it and got it. So I would have it as a memory of his, is all I'm saying.
So do I. Yeah, yeah. That went down all wrong.
Well, it is what it is. I'm not trying to be
disrespect for mom, disrespect for a lot of things in there. But I'll just end pleasantly by saying that Ed was one incredible person, and his heart was a mile wide, and he'd help wherever he could. He's just
jealous. Tilly's jealous. We're not paying attention to her. Stop. You ain't gotta go outside. You were just out before the show started. Don't look at me. She wants beer.
You like Dax turned into an obsession.
She hears that beer can open. Whoop, she's in here.
I'd be sitting on the couch drinking a beer and look down, and sitting right at my feet was Dax all the time with that look. Dad, give me some. Okay.
Don't you start.
In case someone didn't hear us say that earlier, we're definitely restricted on being able to actually speak the truth over here on WokeTube. And I'm planning on just getting the basic plan on Rumble, so the Ebomi, because Jim is exclusively hanging out on Rumble, doing his Sunday rant, and which just reminded me I didn't duplicate the Let Freedom Ring, and I need to duplicate that over to Rumble. But I normally duplicate everything over to Rumble, but I am going to get their basic plan that will allow me to do live over there. So if you enjoyed watching this, couple of dumbasses just being able to have a conversation while everyone else watches, we plan on, depending on what kind of holes we have in our schedule, it's going to be nothing set, but maybe we'll try to do it once every Saturday or Sunday, or at least a couple times a month. And it's not going to be anything lengthy unless we just got nothing going on and the conversation's good and you guys in the chat room are cool and dropping good comments. Because just like with Locked and Loaded, some nights were completely a mystery, and then the chat room propelled that shit right into. I mean, there was times where I was like, "There's no way." I probably got 15 minutes worth of material, and that might have been a show that went 4.5 hours.
Well, there was a few of those. I don't remember all of them because I'm sure I was pretty drunk at the time.
Most of them were really basic, though. Like, what's your favorite car? What's your first car?
Dude, those were the best. I got to be honest. Those were the best.
Oh, yeah.
But again, was giving us everything. And, yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's not like we can't zip our freaking mouths and hold back. But, in a lot of ways, holding back isn't like something that me and Jim do well. So it'd be safer to be on Rumble. Because at least as of now, I'm seeing like some of my favorite political channels, like for instance, Styx Exumhammer. He is almost completely severing all ties to YouTube because he just doesn't like, he's not over there doing propaganda. He's simply stating what is obvious. The problem is they're trying to hide the obvious from you over here. And they count on the media being there. They count on the lies and the propaganda from the government. And well, if we want to be able to have a conversation, we want to know that at least, and again, this is our opinion. That should be the starter thing, which you're not allowed to have that anymore. The First Amendment doesn't exist unless you're playing their game. And I I don't want to play their game.
That's true, and I'm taking my ball and going somewhere else. Fuck it. That's what I did. So
So
I mean, I had many reasons for leaving YouTube, but now the main reason for never getting back on there is that. I mean, I still have a YouTube account, and I use it to download music and videos and stuff to convert to MP3s, put them on my iPod so I can listen to them in my car at work and everything else. But that's it. I don't do shit else on YouTube.
well, I wouldn't be surprised if it would take 3 of your rant videos to get strike 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I got to be honest. When they started, they gave on your Hornet Fix or my backup channel that John made me. I had 2 strikes on that, and I unlisted and actually deleted a whole bunch of stuff, and only left that one video up, and just for that reason. That's why I quit doing videos in the Hornet. Well, one, the heat and everything else, because this year's been stupid hot. But I quit doing them out in the Aloha Snack Bar and started doing them inside the hangar here because I just didn't feel like, having stuff in the background that might piss somebody off. So I don't know.
I never thought, because I remember back when we started on YouTube and you'd throw stuff out and people would be like going, "You're a fool. You'll never see that day. There's never going to be a moment where there's a possibility that that guns are going to be taken away. You're smoking dope and blah, blah, blah." Well, here we are, folks.
You're wearing a tinfoil hat. No, not anymore.
Yeah, you guys just wear your tinfoil hats and or the other crowd of all the people that say we don't need this or we don't need that. No, bullshit.
Right?
Just because I don't like it or think that it also privately is stupid doesn't mean that we shouldn't be able. I mean, our founding fathers made it very clear, and it's only the bastardization with the Constitution by a tyrannical piece of shit government that has put us where we are here today. Not to mention, it's like, okay, one minute everybody's going on and on about, like, especially now, I just laugh. Most of my thoughts with everything going on right now is just mainly because it pisses you off, and that's why I'm happy for it. But it's like, you can't tell me that I can't do what I. Oh, really? Huh? That's weird.
Right. It's my body, my choice when it comes to the killing of young babies, but yet you had to get a vax to keep your job. So where's your hypocrisy now?
Considering, as most of you know, I personally know somebody that 21 years. Fuck you. You're not going to tell me what I have to do. And to tell you what, that is a struggle that has been there ever since then. But I support her 1,000%. Because even I heard, "Are you sure I made the right?" Yeah, you made the right choice. Uh-huh.
Oh no, I know. Yeah. Again, the unvaxxed aren't dying. Plain and simple. SADS, SADS. I actually saw something real quick on that sudden adult. Well, if the VAX started that, is SIDS, the sudden infant syndrome, all these vaccines that they give the children when they're born that we didn't get as kids, and we're not dead. Something to think about.
So that's just the primary reason why we wanted to do at least one show over here and just let you know, if you do enjoy this, that moving forward, and of course you'll hear about it on the Brew channel, that, okay, we've got one scheduled for this Saturday. Christine is going to need the computer by 7:30, so we're just going to do a fast one from 6 to 7.
Yeah, something easy, something quick, whatever. I mean, it's up. Again, it's whatever we want to do when we want to do it. If it becomes more, we're see. I don't know. I'm not trying to. I don't. To me, I just want something to be fun and like we used to do. I don't. I don't. I'm not looking to make a business out of anything. I don't know. I'm not trying to get sponsors and all that on this. Anything else, I don't give a shit. That's on those. But I just want to have fun. I don't give a shit about anything else.
And that's what YouTube has done is they've sucked the fun out of it.
Yeah. And I remember back in the day, we had a blast on these things. Not anymore so much.
Yeah.
All right, dude. That looks like an hour to me.
That is an hour. So we're going to wrap this up. And again, like I said, if you enjoyed this, moving forward, the next time we do one of these, it'll be over on the more than likely the Ebomi. It could be on his.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to up mine anyway because I want to. There's a couple of things I want to try on that just for giggles. I want to try some stuff. Shits, giggles. Like Biden, Harris.
If that's the case, maybe we could just say it right now. If you're planning on doing, I'll probably anyway also. But if you for sure are gonna do it, and maybe our next live, and I was still trying to think of a good name, but because of what today is, I just went with Happy Independence Day for our show. After that, it's probably gonna be probably what it will be. Fun and ranting, whatever it turns out to be.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. What?
What?
Which one do I get to be?
Wait a minute. That would be a copyright infringement. We can't use that.
Okay.
Something similar, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pick a poll over at the Brew Channel. What?
Yeah, do that.
If you okay, I'll get these guys started right now. If you're gonna, I'm not gonna wait around. Don't answer this now. I'm not gonna listen. Not listening. But over at the Captain Dick Nozzle, the next brew, if you think of a good name for me and Jim's show, I would be curious as to what it is. Otherwise,
something that's not a copyright infringement.
Yeah, that's not a copyright infringement. Jolson, I'm with stupid. Okay, I said I'm not listening. I'm hitting the button. So, guys, cheers and happy Independence Day.